guys, welcome back to the channel, Yorkshire Crafter, and today I have got Sunday Whip and Chat, and today I'm going to be working on the Coca-Cola truck from Victoria's Moon, the one that I got a while ago, that I picked to review for Victoria's Moon. This is Santa and the Coca-Cola truck. So yeah, I'm going to get on with that today for you guys. And if I remember at the end, because so often I forget, I say at the beginning, you know, I'll show you something at the end, and then I forget. So if I remember, I shall show you guys some stitching that I have been working on, and there's also some diamond painting, little key rings that I have also been working on, and I've completed a few of those, so I shall hopefully remember to show you guys at the end. So let's get the first colour, and this is a square drill. So let's get into this week. So Monday we were at the supermarket getting the shopping and the bits for the week that we needed, so we went and did that. Then when we got back, we had lunch and I had a tuna sandwich. Then in the afternoon I was stitching the Halloween stitch along, the one from Stitchonomy. So I was stitching on that all afternoon, in between washing and then feeding the pets, walking Ted, our little Jack Russell. Got back from walking him, and then it was time to sort out some tea. Then for tea I roasted some chicken thighs in the oven, and I had that with some chips, and everybody else, well, they'd already requested sausages for tea the day before, so that's why I had some roast chicken just done in the oven. I don't mind sausages, but yeah, I'd rather not. So I had some chicken. So then in the evening when I came up here, I was in a bit of a sorting and organising mode. So I was going through all my magazines and the patterns that I wanted to keep. All I did was take the staples out of the spines of the magazines and just took out the patterns that I wanted. But then I ended up telling my husband, you know, what I'd been up to, and he said, well, don't chuck the rest of it away. He said, you know, there might be some patterns that you need in the future, or things that you'd like to stitch out of those magazines. For example, last year I did the gingerbread letters, and I stitched all 4 of us one, And then there were the winter themed alphabet letters with hats, scarves and mittens, and I stitched a few of those and gifted some. Oops. So yeah, there were things like that still in the magazine. So my husband said, well, don't throw those away. He says what we'll do is we'll store them up in the loft. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to find something to put them in, and then they can go up in the loft safe and sound. So yeah, I then did that for the rest of the evening. I was sorting and things like that. So then on to Tuesday. More wax on pen. So Tuesday we ended up going on a bit of a search on Tuesday, because my husband has been trying to find some pudding rice. So yeah, we ended up driving to a couple of different supermarkets, and yeah, needless to say, we still didn't find any. So yeah, my husband was hoping to do some rice pudding in the slow cooker. What he was going to do, we was going to do a big batch, and then portion some of it and put it in the fridge, and yeah, we could have some as the week was going on, you know, if we'd done a bigger batch. So there were just some bits in the fridge. Yeah, so yeah, it was going to do that, but like I said, we couldn't find any pudding rice anywhere. So yeah, we've been talking to a few different people, and they've said, you know, it's in different places, in different supermarkets. So yeah, when we go back out tomorrow, when we go shopping to the supermarket, we're going to have a proper look down the aisles and see, because it's in different aisles in different supermarkets. So hopefully we'll be able to pick up some next week. It'll be nice and warming to have for desserts, for puddings. So yeah, we ended up going on a bit of a hunt, but we still didn't come home with any, but never mind. So in the afternoon on Tuesday, I was working some more on the Halloween stitch along. So I did some more on that. And then for tea, we actually picked up a salad from the supermarket that we went to when we were looking for pudding rice. They have a salad bar. So yeah, so we had that tea. And then in the evening I did a little bit of diamond painting, and then about 7:30 I joined Chris for her live stream of the Eddie Stobart. So yeah, I was helping her do that. So she was building, her husband Dave were reading out the instructions for her, and I was in there doing the chat. So we did that on Tuesday. And then after the live stream Tuesday evening, I was talking with Orchid, crafting with Orchid. I was chatting with her for a little bit, and then I went to bed. So yeah, that was Tuesday. Let me turn over. Let me see. If I remember correctly, I can't remember if it was Sunday or whether it was Monday. I'm trying to think the date when I started this diamond painting. I think it was Sunday, because I think I had finished. It was Sunday night I started this, because I was kitting all the diamonds up. I was putting them in this storage system. Yes, it was Sunday, because I was kitting it up while I was watching the Northern Model Builders show. I was kitting up this diamond painting. Yeah, it's just jogged my memory, because on Tuesday, before I went in to help Christine, before I went in to help Crafty Chris with her Eddie Stobart, it said I'd been doing some of the Coca-Cola diamond painting, so I was just trying to think when I started this one, and it was Sunday night, because I was kitting up, and I think I started putting a few diamonds on just as the live show was finishing. I've got a different coloured gem on my diamond painting from the gift tags. So yeah, just pull that off. So then on to Wednesday. I was turning the page over, wasn't I? That's what made me think. So then Wednesday I was working on, what was I working on? I was working on peppermint purple. So I was doing the blackwork squares, the stitch along, the year long stitch along for peppermint purple. And if you guys have seen my floss tubes, my stitching videos, then you will know that I am doing both last year's and this year's. I started last year's just a bit of a test to see if I would like, you know, stitching black work and doing those single stitches and rows of single stitches, and yeah, I ended up really liking it. So I decided that I wanted to do this year's, and I was generously gifted for one of my birthday gifts the thread kit for this year's. So I decided to do both. So I carried on with last year's and obviously doing this year's. So yeah, so Wednesday morning I was working on last year's while I was watching Netflix on the TV in the living room. So I did that in the morning, and then for lunch I had a tuna sandwich, and then in the afternoon I worked on this year's, because I went on to the Facebook group, and that's where the patterns get dropped on the Facebook group. So I did that. I downloaded the pattern and I stitched this year's in the afternoon. So I did that. Then for tea we had pizza. So it was pizza and garlic bread. We had a stuffed crust pepperoni pizza and a cheesy garlic bread. So that's what we had for tea. And then in the evening, when I came up here, I was working on the secret stitch along, the one from Vervico and Lenada. So I was stitching that. And then I think I was just watching YouTube and had the pattern up on the big screen on the computer and just watching YouTube and catching up. And so yeah, that's what I did Wednesday. So then on to Thursday. So Thursday is live day, the craft and chat. So in the morning I did my usual, fed and sorted the pets, and then what did I stitch? The Christmas mouse. So I was doing a little bit on the Christmas mouse. I think I'd put some more of the grey into his face, a lighter grey, and then there was a darker grey sort of in between and round the edge for shading, and then I moved the hoop up so I could finish the blue background all along the top. So, and then when my husband got up, I came up here and set up the show for later that evening, because we don't go live till 7. We don't go live till 7 o'clock, so I set that up ready for everybody to see and to be notified. And I then messaged the ladies and said, yeah, it's all set up. And then then when I'd done that, I think I had a bath. And then by the time I'd done my bath, it was lunchtime. And for lunch, I had a tuna sandwich. And then in the afternoon, I was working some more on the Christmas mouse, doing some more of the blue background. So trying to finish off that top row, and then I can move it down and do the second half of the mouse, and then the presents and the parcels at the bottom. So yeah. Then for tea we had ham and cheese Kievs, chicken Kievs. Instead of the usual garlic butter in the middle, these had cheese and ham. So yeah, and then Thursday evening, I was looking through the patterns, and some patterns I wanted to kit up for next year. Because as some of you have heard me say before, that I want to take part in the Halloween group, the year-long Halloween challenge. You can set yourself a challenge of how many Halloween themed stitches that you want to do or can do in a year. You can pick just one big Halloween themed one to do, or I think you can do up to 22, because I think there's going to be a new challenge for next year. 22 projects in 2022. I think some other people have already posted that they're challenging themselves to quite a few more than that in the group already. Some patterns they've got planned that they want to do next year. So like I said, there's some projects that I wanted to get kitted up ready for next year, and one of them is the Halloween one in the magazine. Is it Magic Night or Midnight? Is it Midnight Magic? I think it's called. So yeah, if you want to see, I want to know what I'm on about, then go find my FlossTube video, and I actually show it on there. Some other projects. So there's that one, and then there's a Christmas or winter themed one, and that's called Pole to Pole. And then there's a gnome one that I want to stitch, and it's called, I think it's, I don't think it's actually got a name, but it's the cat gnome, and he's got a mouse dangling down from his hand, and this gnome's got a cat face. So I definitely want to stitch that one next year, and that's obviously non-themed. So I think my plan for next year is to have a Halloween one going, and then when I finish that, then start another Halloween one. And the same for Christmas themed. I'm not sure whether there's going to be a Christmas year-long Christmas challenge or not. I have seen or heard a whisper that one group is thinking about doing one, but I'm not sure whether it's going to happen or not. I've not heard anything. So yeah, I want to have a Christmas project going, and then I want to have just a random project. So I'll have at least 3 projects going, but you know, no pressure, no time restraints. But I think some of you would have heard me say about I might do a stitch along myself next year. A house stitch along. There is some cute patterns on Owl Forestry. There's 12 different houses. The one for January is blue and white, so it's like frosty and snowy, and I think there's some snow on the roof of the house, and then some dangling snowflakes and, you know, icicle type of things, and different themed houses. I think it would be good as a monthly stitch along, so I'm really thinking about doing that for next year. If you guys want to go over to Owl Forestry Embroidery, go and have a look at the houses and tell me what you think. If you think I should do it, or if you would like to help me or take part, or, you know, join in, tell me in the comments below whether you think I should do it. But I'm definitely thinking about doing that next year. But yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comments below, whether you think I should or not. So yeah, I've completely gone off topic. So back to Thursday night. So once I had kitted those projects up, it was about 6:30, and it was time to go into the bear cave and get myself into StreamYard and get my diamond painting set up and chatting with the ladies and the gents before we went live, because there was me and Crafty Chris on, and then Horlicks came to join us, and Dave, Crafty Chris's husband, Dave, came on, and he came and did some of the did the comments for us, and Horlicks was diamond painting a little bit, and Chris was diamond painting as well. And yeah, Chris was working on a snowman one that she'd just started. Well, I think she'd done most of the top row, so she was carrying on with that, and I was also carrying on with my Christmas themed one that I had started the week before. So I carried on with that, and yeah, it was a good live stream, so really enjoyed that. And I did some of the quiz, so I was doing the quiz questions. Making sure I'm getting the right symbol. So then on to Friday. So Friday morning I was working some more on the Christmas mouse. I was doing some more of that. Then when my husband got up, he said, right, we need to go down into town, we need to go to the opticians, get our appointments booked now. So while we were there, we got our youngest booked in as well. So we've all got the same day and more or less the same time. So yeah, we got that booked and it's for a Saturday, but it's not till the middle of December. So we said obviously we don't want to book it on a weekday, because at the moment our youngest is going through, well, he's doing some mock GCSE exams, so we don't want him to miss any of those or any, you know, catch-up lessons, because like I say, he's going through his mock exams. He said it's his second lot of mock exams, because the beginning of the year they had some mock exams, and now we're obviously getting to the end of the year, so they want to see how they've improved, or if there's, you know, a bit of a lull or a low in the general group students, you know, certain areas in certain subjects, and they might need to do some revision at the beginning of next year, because in June, July time will be his GCSEs, so he will sit his GCSE exams in June and July next year. So they just need to make sure that everybody's understanding, and so, but where were I going with that? Oh yes, he, if you remember last week, our youngest got sent home poorly. He had actually been sick at school, but it was due to a migraine. So a really, really bad headache, a migraine. So we've been advised to book him in at the opticians. So yeah, that kind of gave us a kick to book our appointments. So we got ours done at the same time. So, but yeah, like I said, that's not till the middle of December when those appointments are. So then, depending how quick, if I'm probably going to need new glasses. I definitely know my eyesight's changed. So then it just depends from the appointment, as to how quick they can do the glasses and when I can pick them up. I might have them before Christmas. I think the appointment's the 11th of December, middle of December. So then it just depends how quick they can get them done, sent to store for us to pick up. So yeah, we'll just have to see. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, we went to the opticians to get booked in. Then we went round a couple of shops in town, and then we went to the supermarket to get some weekend bits and some fresh bits, and yeah, we did that. And then when we got home, obviously put all the shopping away, and then it was lunchtime, and I had some scones for lunch. Then in the afternoon I recorded a floss tube, and on my floss tube I showed a couple of projects that I had finished stitching. So I'll probably show them. They're the projects that I want to show on here if I remember at the end. So it's the Halloween stitch along, the Stitchonomy Halloween stitch along. I have finished that and showed it on floss tube, but I'll show you guys in case you missed it. So I will show that in a minute. Then after I'd finished floss tube, obviously got it edited and uploaded for you guys to see. And then for tea we ordered from our local one of our local supermarkets is Asda, and they're part of the Just Eat app, so you can order food to be delivered. So we ordered a pizza and some chips for tea, but they don't open late, with it being the supermarket. They do limited hours. I think they finish at 6. It's either 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock when you can put the last order in, and then obviously then they've got to, you know, shut the kitchen down and clean up and tidy up and then get themselves home and stuff like that. So they just do limited hours, with it being part of the supermarket. So yeah, we got some pizza and chips, and then Friday evening I was looking into buy me a coffee. I've been hearing, you know, lots of people talking about buy me a coffee, and it's a way for people to support you and make a one-off donation. There is now some added features. So there's I think there's like buy me a bun, buy me a slice of pizza, well, like I said, buy me a coffee. So I was looking into that, and I have set up buy me a coffee, but when you have to obviously link up a, you know, somewhere to pay. I think there was 2 different options that I'd never heard of, so I skipped that step and set up my account. And then when it said about finishing your account and a way to pay out, it gave the option of PayPal, and PayPal I do have. So but linking up buy me a coffee to your PayPal account can take a few days. It did, you know, once I'd sorted that out and linked it all up, it said, you know, it's all verified, and well, it's linked up, but PayPal need to verify and link with your Buy Me a Coffee, and that's when it said it can take a few days. So it said log out now, in a couple of days log back in, and it should have linked. So I'm hoping tomorrow, being Monday, when I log back in, that they have linked the two accounts. But yeah, I'm going to take my Patreon down. I have had a few people support me on Patreon and support me through Patreon, but you know, circumstances change, and you know, things like that, and Patreon is not working for me. It's not working for me at the moment, so I don't really like to, you know, advertise and promote, and but you know, I don't know how to word it without upsetting or offending anybody, but you know, I've seen some YouTubers that will mention these things and links, and you know, every video or every couple of videos, or you know, but I don't know, but yeah, so I'm probably going to take Patreon off my YouTube, take it off my links, you know, the links in your banner that you can put on, but I will probably add, so take Patreon off and add Buy Me a Coffee there instead. I'll leave my PayPal on there, but like I said, I'll take my Patreon off and put Buy Me a Coffee instead. When I was looking into it, there was nothing about, you know, what each thing the donation would be. So I can't even give you a hint or a clue or as to, you know, how much the donation would be for Buy Me a Coffee, or you know, buy me a slice of pizza, or you know, obviously it's going to be different amounts, and so I couldn't even tell you if I wanted to, because there was no information like that on there. So, but yeah, I've just got to wait for that to be verified, and then yeah, I can add that to my YouTube links. So then the rest of Friday evening, there was a couple of lives on. There was Horlicks doing his Spitfire live build. There was Mike world of Mike. He was doing a diamond painting. I think the show was called Diamond Painting with a Twist. And then when that was done, I think there was a couple of hours I was watching YouTube, and then Mike was live again. No, he wasn't. No, that was last night. No. No, I'm getting my days all mixed up. Because Friday he did... Yeah, he did do the diamond paint. Yeah. I'm getting all mixed up. Yeah, anyway, so Horlicks was live, Mike was live, and I was finishing off a plastic canvas cross stitch. Then on to Saturday. Saturday morning was madness. There was loads to do. So I had my usual Saturday job, which is to clean the bathroom. But then the guinea pig cage needed doing, and the rabbit cage needed doing, so I was doing those. And then obviously I did the bathroom, and then once all those jobs had been finished, there was backing all the floors, mopping up and things like that. And then we'd been invited out to town to go see my mum after work, and she was going to treat us out for lunch. So I had a chip butty, a chip sandwich at the cafe where she worked for my lunch, and then we went back to their house for a little bit. I think we went into town to meet up with her about 2 o'clock, and then like I say, we went to theirs after, and then I think we got home about 6 o'clock, 6:30, something like that. So yeah, helping them with a few bits and stuff like that. So then when we got home, I had to put a bit of shopping away that we'd bought while we were going around town. Needed some washing up liquid. We needed some, you know, the toilet cistern, them blue blocks. I get my teeth round it. Blue loo blocks that you put in the cistern at the back. So yeah, got some of them, so I had to sort that out and put all the bits away, and went back downstairs. I made a coffee, and then I more or less came up here because I knew there was some more YouTube lives and things like that starting. So yeah, came up here, got settled. I knew that I wanted to do some Christmas tags, you know, something something little just to sit and do while watching live streams and, you know, interacting and stuff like that. So yeah, that was Saturday night. So then on to today being Sunday. So got up this morning, did my morning jobs, you know, fed the pets, washed up, had my coffee, and then I got on with the ironing. So I was doing the ironing. Then I needed to peel and chop some potatoes for Sunday dinner. So I did that. I came up here, I had my bath, got sorted from my bath, went back downstairs, and then got on with Sunday dinner. So I put the potatoes on to parboil. I put a joint of meat in the oven. We had honey glazed, excuse me, honey glazed gammon. So I put that in the oven to do. And then when the potatoes had parboiled, I put a tray in the oven with some oil, ready to do roast potatoes, crispy golden roast potatoes. Love them. Then I was looking through the freezer, and we had a bag of mixed veg in the freezer, and then there was some sweet corn that we had left over from a couple of weeks ago. So I just put that all in a pan, ready to, takes 4 or 5 minutes in boiling water, simmer them for 4 or 5 minutes. And then my husband said he was going to do some Yorkshire pudding batter, some Yorkshire pudding mix. So I needed to put another tray in the oven with some more oil, and yeah. So yeah, once all that had cooked, so we had honey glazed ham, no, not ham, gammon, honey glazed gammon, roast potatoes, mixed vegetables and sweet corn, and Yorkshire puddings with gravy. And that was delicious. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, I messed up a few times on the timing. I didn't realise how long the roast potatoes would do, because obviously it was, parboiled potatoes and not just a frozen bag. And then obviously, like I said, my husband wanted to do some Yorkshire puddings, but yeah, it turned out lovely. And then for dessert, we had some cheesecake. It was a toffee cheesecake that we got from Iceland. Normally, when we have cheesecake, it's normally strawberry cheesecake, but this one was a toffee one, and that was nice. It was really nice. Our eldest was saying it was quite sweet, but he still ate his piece. So yeah, I have enjoyed Sunday dinner. But yeah, if you guys have seen previous Whip and Chats and things like that, then you'll know that I've taken over a lot of the cooking duties. My husband can't bend up and down to the oven and stuff like that, but yeah, like I said, if you've watched any of my previous Whip and Chats, you'll know all about it. So yeah, I think oh yeah, one last bit. So once we'd finished Sunday dinner, made a coffee, sat down in the living room for about 10-20 minutes, something like that, and then I've come up here to record for you guys. So yeah, that is pretty much caught up for this week, and we are on nearly 55 minutes. So yeah, I think that's a good video, a good length for you guys to see, 55 minutes. So before I forget, let me show you guys what I was going to show you. So first of all, I have finished my Christmas pudding. It was the kit from Wilkinson's, and it's the plastic canvas Christmas pudding. So that's that one. And then this one, in case you haven't seen my floss tube, and this is the Stitchonomy Halloween stitch along. That's a bit better. So yeah, that's the Halloween stitch along. So that is that one finished. So that is 2 finished stitching projects. And then, sorry for the crinkle, I have been doing some gift tags. I've got a couple still to finish, but that is the ice skate. Then we have a candle. Then the candy cane. Then the stocking. Then a cup of cocoa with a candy cane. Then we have Santa. Then a mitten. Really sparkly. And then the hat, the bobble hat, but so sparkly. I can't actually remember where I got these from. I think it was possibly, well, there's 2 more there to finish. Got the snowflake and the snowman to finish, and it's a pack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. A pack of 10, and I think these are from I can't actually remember. I can't remember what that company was called. I really can't remember what that company was called. If I can remember, if I can find a link, I will put it in the description down below. Sorry if you can hear the dog barking. I don't know why he's barking. Probably can hear or see something outside, so I do apologise if you can hear him. Little Ted. So, yeah, so those were the projects and things I had to show you. So I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend and get lots of crafting done. So remember, guys, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Bye, guys.